Sam Hyde video about iDubbbz's relationship.
Mark my words, that woman is going to ruin his life.
I've had a bunch of concussions.
Yeah, she did sports growing up, so like...
She's like his entertainment handler.
I think he's a soft individual.
Oh, he's soft? His mom died, though.
Yeah, exactly.
The shooter, the terrorist mascot, he's going to make me look bad so that he can, like, get one over on the people that have been trolling him for having an OnlyFans girlfriend.
It's very similar to, like, the porn industry for women. The way that fighters are treated.
It would have been a different outcome had we been in the front row cracking Dr. Mike's armor. Dr. Mike has 10 million Pakistani burner accounts following him. There's not one real person following Dr. Mike. And he said, usually I'm the puppet master in these situations.
What?
Yeah.
iDubbbz looks like he's been drinking a lot of whole milk. See the photo though? iDubbbz is definitely rocking like a milk body, and the doctor looks like he's in shape.
There could be something under there that we don't see under his flesh.
He looks vascular, dude.
But being cut, like not having a lot of fat on your body or water retention, it's a bit of an illusion sometimes, especially on video.
I feel that. You know?
How much weight did you have to put on iDubbbz?
I was probably 150 then. Now I'm 185.
That's insane. What did you do to put on the pounds?
Eating a lot.
I have a kinesiology background, nutrition background, so I just
She was guiding me the whole time, tell me what to eat, when to eat.
I love eating. It actually pisses me off how like much he doesn't like breakfast, because I love breakfast. So I try to get him up and eat. And
You like second breakfast?
I love all. If I could eat 4 breakfasts a day,
Third
I
breakfast?
would.
Dr. Mike, he looks good, bro. I don't know. Like,
I think it's good editing. You know, you also have Ryan Garcia.
Let me pull up that Dr. Mike boxing video.
He's saying he's the best boxer, you know, YouTube boxer, but Dr. Mike also said that he was being hyperbolic.
He posts good pictures. I'll give him credit. You know, he wants to look intense. I don't put that same level of effort.
Sure. You're not hyping yourself up.
You look at my Instagram, it's kind of...
You got a six-pack?
I don't have a six-pack.
I always think about food. It's literally the only thing I think about.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Found
so
it.
I get it. Yeah.
But you're a skinny legend.
I was.
You're
I'm 130.
I want to see how much better Ian's gotten. I want to feel your power levels, man.
I think you're going to be shocked, Sam.
It's
I think you're going to be
accelerated.
the most shocked because you've seen what he used to look like.
Like deep down, I want him to be uncucked. I want him to get the tattoos lasered off, get a normal haircut, get rid of Yoko Ono. That's poisonous. That relationship is poisonous. She's like his entertainment handler. Like she's his career manager now or something.
I played competitive sports my whole life, so I'm kind of aware of what's going to happen and how it's going to feel. We'll have a sports psychologist and work through like, you know, doing ring walks and like all of that stuff. I think we'll be good.
I've had a bunch of concussions.
Yeah, she did sports growing up, so like...
She's gonna ruin his life. I guarantee it. Mark my words. Mark my words. That woman is gonna ruin his life.
I heard she's been ghostwriting all the best parts of Content Cop the past 10 years. She is iDubbbz.
That's what I heard as well. I heard.
Wait, real quick. Is this Amethyst Pendant? Do you think this is the best one for spell, crit, strike damage, and spell power? It's pure preference. They're all the same gear level. I like move speed.
When you first get into sparring, you either freeze or you like don't understand how hard you're going. It's like really hard to know. And I go hard apparently, and I think I just put her in a fight or flight situation, and she just like smoked me as hard as she could. Like everybody was like, oh, even like she was like, oh. We went to the neurologist, and he basically had to beg me to stop.
iDubbbz, would you say that I inspired your boxing career?
No, you did not.
What did?
Rice gum.
Look, man, before he sparred with me, he was like a 100-pound computer nerd guy. And then he came out here, he did this kind of like weird Oedipal hero worship, but hero killing in his mind thing. He came out here to punk me. He ended up becoming fascinated with cigars and manual transmission slingshots. So his claim that I didn't inspire him to box is absurd.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being like me, and I have no interest at all, or 10 being how you felt on Saturday night going out, how interested were you in boxing when you did the documentary where you were sparring out in the woods?
Like you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably a 0.
Right.
Yeah.
That was just like an activity that was suggested to you, not something you were like seriously considering?
No, not at all. His fans would believe me, but it was one of many things that he had planned for the documentary. I don't know, we just did it for like 30 minutes under a bridge, and I was just getting pounded on. Can't say that inspired me. Sam messaged me, he was like, yeah, we could do like go-kart racing or boxing. You know, boxing under the overpass was like the easiest thing to do.
I watched a recent interview where he like doubled down on, you know, it was a 30-minute thing under a bridge. It had nothing to do with the boxing event.
God, man, insanity. Come on, at least give me that, iDubbbz's.
That's like his whole shtick, though. He's like, I'm Dr. Mike.
I'm hot.
I'm hot as boy. Yeah, you're about to get f***ed up by Ian. You're about to go from a 9 to a 3. This is Ian's coach, by the way. We didn't introduce. What was your name?
Michael Briggs, Bonafide Boxing.
And what are your credentials, Michael?
I don't want to talk too much.
Go ahead.
I started with like freestyle wrestling, boxing when I was 12. So I was an amateur boxer though.
What do you think, coach? How's he look?
Yeah, I don't want to talk too much. You could be a Golden Gloves winner, but still not really understand like coaching fighters well. Yeah. Ian looked better on pads after like 6 months. These are all like edited, highlighted clips. He looks okay, but...
Wait, did people really think that iDubbbz's was seriously going to win? Was this a thing in his camp that they thought that he was like... I'm not talking shit on iDubbbz's or anything, but like the Dr. Mike dude is like super in shape and everything, and like I think has some recreational boxing history. Fuck, did I miss all this shit talk?
It also doesn't look like he's a real boxer. I don't want to talk too much. I think he's a soft individual.
Oh, he's soft? He is soft, huh? His mom died, though.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't just say, oh, I'm going to lose in podcast promoting the fight. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can understand it to some extent. You're not going to, like, be a downer on yourself. But, like, but I mean, I imagine you have to... Or is this just all part of it? Even for like, these guys aren't like serious boxers. It's not like they've got a huge reputation on the line, right?
He admitted that 10 years isn't 10 years of serious boxing. That's just fitness boxing.
Right.
So...
Who do you think's going to win, iDubbbz's or the doctor?
Dr. Mike has more boxing experience. I would say Dr. Mike would win.
Like, he's obviously into working out and looking good, but I think he's more into looking good.
The actual impressive stuff in boxing that other boxers look at and go like, oh, that's impressive, most people would look at and not know what they're seeing.
Right. Well, because like this doesn't sound like you're just hyping up your dude. I can understand. No, hold on. I think you guys are coping. I think you guys are coping now. Hold on. I'm sorry. Going on and shit talking for showmanship would be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go beat the fuck out of Dr. Mike. This guy's a soft little fucking wuss. Having somebody on here being like, well, actually, if you look at the critiques of like all of the things, like a lot of people don't, like this doesn't sound like people just hyping up things. Now you guys are coping. That sounds like people that are trying to do like a semi-serious analysis of the potential fight, trying to call like who's gonna win or lose based on their like credentials. You literally didn't follow any of this. Why the fuck do you think you know? I'm just listening to what she's saying. Also, I don't trust you because you're probably autistic because you're in my chat. So why the fuck would I trust you? Got him. Easy. Destroyed.
Exactly. Yeah.
But anyway, deep down, I want him to...
Is there a rule on how you hype people up? Yeah, of course there is. What do you mean? You hype different people up in different ways or for different purposes. It depends on what the goal of your hyping is.
To shed this cuckoldry and succeed. I can't imagine him ever being humble, at least not while he's under the controls of this like succubus freak woman.
So this is Anisa training. Apparently this is
Yeah, I'm very proud of that actually.
okay. So you can't fight anyone?
No.
You're not allowed to fight?
No. Unless I want. And like I move.
Oh wait, what? I'm not allowed to fight anyone unless I want? What was even the point of that? I don't understand what the point of that was.
After punching, which is like huge. Like you can even see Michael in that clip when I like do move my head like roll after the punch. He like gets super excited about it because like that's hard to get somebody to do, especially when you're really new. Like
this is insane footwork.
Well,
For
hold
people
on,
who
AB.
aren't familiar with boxing.
Thank you, AB.
Almost every day, my coach slaps the shit out of me.
I knew from the get-go that he was coming out here to make me look bad. I knew from the first email what it was because he'd been getting a lot of from like 4chan right-wing type guys because of his OnlyFans girlfriend. And so I was just, game theory. What's this guy thinking? He's thinking he's gonna.
So I know a little bit of Loy here, just because I used to know Anisa a little bit, or Anisha. I don't know what people call her. So people hate iDubbbz's girlfriend. I think one partial thing is that they blame her for him kind of moderating himself a little bit, and then they also hate her because she's done like OnlyFans shit. So people are like ultra critical of like he dates like a prostitute. Like people make those kinds of claims against her.
The shooter, the terrorist mascot, he's gonna make me look bad so that he can like get one over on the people that have been trolling him for having an OnlyFans girlfriend. That's literally what does that sound insane?
No, that does not.
That sounds insane because it's like I'm trying to read someone's mind, but I knew that as soon as I saw the email in my inbox.
To be honest, I see it's very similar to like the porn industry for women. The way that fighters are treated.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting in the doc that he did about you. He seemed like so unable to like roll with the jokes and things you were making. It seemed like he really did want to do like a Sam Hyde expose kind of video.
At the tail end of the documentary, when he wasn't getting the footage that he wanted, he was really upset, like an angry, like he was pouting in his car, and he said, not to me, but to somebody on the crew, he said, usually I'm the puppet master in these situations.
I mean, Anisa and I love the promoting aspect because we have control over, all the fighters that we brought on the card, and that made it a lot more fun because we can keep it to people that we vibe with a little bit more. We have control over.
What?
Yeah, he said 100% on God, he said that. Usually I'm the puppet master in situations.
That's how he views himself? iDubbbz the puppet master?
I guess so, man. I guess so. So anyway, I think that's where the anger comes from. I think that's why he doesn't want me at his boxing event, even though I literally would have rooted for him. I would have been cheering for him. It would have been a different outcome. It would have been a different outcome.
He would have won
if
if
been
Sam
in the
was
front
there.
row, cracking Dr. Mike's armor. Ooh, it would have been different.
Even with you banned, we were up there like in my mind. I was thinking I still want iDubbbz to win. It's like the man versus the powers that be. Like we still root for iDubbbz even in the fight.
I feel like Sam Hyde is being a huge fucking baby. There's probably, he has to walk a very fine line here. I'll say that much. He has to walk a very fine line because like he obviously really wanted to go, and that he can't hide that hurt. Like he genuinely is hurt that he probably got kicked out of this event, but he also wants to play everything off as being mega ironic. So there's a very fine line you have to walk between being like ironic, but also like showing a little bit of damage to your ego, which is probably what's happened, right? Like,
Dr. Mike. Dr. Mike has 10 million Pakistani burner accounts following him. There's not one real person following Dr. Mike.
do we know why it was booted? I don't think we know for sure. I mean, if I had to bullshit positive guess, probably just because iDubbbz just didn't want to risk any crazy, weird, dramatic shit happening at the event. That's probably why. He just why risk it? Like, because it's fucking Sam Hyde. Why would you even run the risk? Was he kicked or never invited? I believe he was kicked because I think he bought tickets, but they said that even though he bought tickets, he wasn't allowed in, right? Front row tickets too. I think they were, was it $10,000 tickets or? He got refunded.
I've been asking people on the street. I've been like, do you know Dr. Mike? Do you know Dr. Mike? Do you know Dr.
Do you disagree with banning Sam for those reasons? I think it's reasonable to not have him there. So I am very much vibing here, okay? Very much going off of vibes. So, and this, I don't know if I would risk it, okay? Sam Hyde feels like the kind of guy who could hardcore meme when he needs to, but when it's supposed to be more serious, he seems like he could be in control because he would want to be a part of these things. Like, I wouldn't imagine him doing like crazy shit at an event like this because he wants to be invited to stuff like this. He seems like the kind of guy that could do both, but he also seems like the kind of guy who maybe couldn't. So like, it's super hard to like, he could also do some crazy shit and make it a meme. But the thing is, he's been associated with so much other like crazy shit that it's hard to even, why take the risk, you know, like that's the issue. So meme's too close to the sun, yeah. He literally worked with Adult Swim. Yeah, he did. Yeah, no, I know. He seems like a good buddy. Who knows? Yeah.
Mike is? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? No, no, no! He's a nobody!
Apparently he's upset you weren't at the event.
Yeah, no, shout out to Dr. Mike for the support. How many people were there just with our merch?
Crazy.
100 people with our merch, so that's...
Like, we didn't expect the support of 100 people already there in our shirts. Like, we planned to carry the weight.
It probably takes a decent level of social intelligence to meme this hard. Maybe, and I don't want to take away anything from Sam Hyde, because a lot of the shit he does is kind of funny, but I think that, like, something that I've learned more as time has gone on, I think sometimes we think people are a lot more intentional than they actually are. It could be the case that Sam actually puts quite a bit of, like, or there is a lot of social intelligence that goes into doing what he does. Or it could also be the case that he just has, like, an ultra ironic sense of humor personality. He doesn't really think much about it at all, and he's just, like, always memeing, you know? Like, there are people, if you've ever met them, that are just, like, 100% always memeing, and they're not, like, super intelligent people that are like, oh god, you're like a meme lord, dude, you're so smart on all this. It's like, no, they're just, like, ironic and sarcastic all the time in every facet of their life, you know? What is this?
Wow, you just made a big mistake. Your fucking inbox is about to get blown up.
Yeah, no, I've never said no to anyone that wanted to come on the stream.
Wow.
Like, I've never had that.
Wow. I don't know what to do with that answer.
Most people don't ask, I guess. Yeah. Hasan will bust his stream bussy wide open.
I'm legit like thinking. I'm legit thinking.
Okay, then maybe who is the female streamer you wouldn't allow on your stream?
Yeah, there we go. Audible.
Even then, there is none.
Wow.
Oh, not Melina.
Oh, that makes sense.
There you go.
God, I hate Cutie. She's such a fucking vapid cunt. Holy shit. Also, why would Hasan bring up fucking Melina out of nowhere? How fucking weird. What the fuck?
Destiny's girlfriend.
Fucking
Destiny's
wife.
wife.
Yeah.
Oh, wife. Nice. I don't
Is
know
it?
who they are.
Well,
But
he answered it. You did it.
yeah.
Alright, choose one for Saw.
Nah, fuck you, dude. I'm not.
For context, he was asked if there are any girls he wouldn't have on. Yeah, we just heard the context. Thank you.
But like, there's people who already agree with us.
So
There's
that's
so many T-shirts out there.
That's in our merch. So we're probably responsible for like 500 ticket sales right there. And had he come to me and, like, you know, been like, help me promote this thing, I would have gone grizzly mode on promotion. It would have been like we probably could have doubled the stream sales. And I had a moment.
Double?
A tear fell from my eye. I had a real moment though. I texted him about the refund. Like, are you gonna give me this refund? Which is kind of like asking somebody for a refund after they get their pushed in by a fitness boxer. Like, he just got humiliated by a guy that like hits pads for fitness. And I'm texting him, hey, can I get a refund, bro? So that was kind of out of pocket on my end, but I texted him asking if he wanted help for the rematch. And I 100% sincerely meant it. And if he had said yes, I would have, he'll still to this day, if he says yes, I will give it my 100% all to make sure that he comes out on the winning end of that next time around.
Nice.